Assalamu alaikum. This is the story of Kazi Shafiqur Rahman, a businessman who went from cleaning planes to building a successful fragrance brand, Sunna Musk. But his journey wasn't easy. He faced big failures like a failed airline business. His story is all about bouncing back, learning from mistakes and thinking smart in business. If this is your first time here, I'm Zaid Patel. I run High Castle Estates, helping people invest in property to build wealth. I also host a Muslim Pound podcast where we talk about money, business and how Muslims can grow financially. If you want to learn how to build success the right way, hit that subscribe button. Let's grow together as a strong, wealthy Muslim community. Kazi started as a plane cleaner at London City Airport. He loved aviation but thought success was only for people with degrees or business experience.
So the idea was I'm going to give it a go later on in my life. Maybe when I'm in my 40s or maybe mid 40s. But it never occurred to me that it was going to happen so quick.
One day, a co-worker challenged him to think bigger. That moment changed everything. Kazi and his brother started Sunna Musk, fragrance business. At first, things went well, but he quickly learned that a great product isn't enough. Business requires planning, managing money, and patience.
The transition between Sunna Musk. So Sunna Musk was, in its early stages and it wasn't moving fast enough. I think the problem was it wasn't moving fast enough. I wanted it to move faster.
Wanting a bigger challenge, he moved on to his next idea, an airline. Kazi launched Firnas Airways, an airline for niche routes, but it failed. There wasn't enough money. And when COVID-19 hit, the business collapsed. Kazi lost time, energy, and a lot of money, but he gained valuable lessons about risk and business management.
So unfortunately, I tried my level best to just keep pushing, just in case, maybe that angle would work, because you've invested so much effort, energy, money, everything that you've had, you've put into that project, and it's just coming crashing down.
After Firnas Airways failed, people accused Kazi of scamming them. Some investors expected easy money and didn't understand the risks. It was a tough time, but Kazi stayed honest. He worked with liquidators and even repaid some investors from his own pocket.
On comment boxes, this guy's a thief, he ran off with investors' money. Some people think they've loaned me the money and they think I should be paying them back. But obviously these communications are directly made through Eureka, directly with the investors. They know who they are. They've received communications through the platform, and we're doing it in a very professional and proper way. I mean, I could have done with saving £6,000 or so in appointing a liquidator. I mean, that is a personal cost on me. I had to pay. I didn't go to investors and say, oh, can you give me more money so I can liquidate the company? No. So I want to do the proper thing, the right thing. And yes, there has been lenders that have lent money to me as a person, not to the company. And these guys are getting paid slowly but surely.
Instead of giving up, Kazi focused on businesses that were easier to run. He expanded Sunna Musk from a small shop to over 30 stores in 5 countries. He also started Buddies, a Bengali-style fried chicken chain, and a growing podcast which he treats as a business.
How Sunna Musk grew, Abid employed a very good strategy. Lockdown made all the shopping centers come down to earth before they felt that they were like gods. So lockdown taught them a lesson and they came down to the discussion tables and they started making group deals. So we made deals that included Europe, shopping centers in Europe, based on one discussion. It wasn't like, oh, hey, Mr. Shopping Center, I'm in Germany, Oberhausen. Can I discuss with you to come into your shopping center? No, all these discussions we had in London. So it was a very good time for Sunna Musk, and rightly so. Abid took advantage of that, and why not? Anyone would do that. So no, it's not Firnas money that made Sunna Musk what it is.
So despite the setbacks, he somehow managed to overcome the many issues and turn his brands into a success. Here's how. First, hiring the right people. Kazi brought in experienced managers who helped improve the business, set clear goals and grow sales. This helped Sunna Musk scale up fast.
Alhamdulillah, we've been fortunate to have some really good people. Like, you don't find those people, every day. after maybe hiring 100 people and maybe getting it wrong half the time, you find one star and one gem, and you hold on to those people and you nurture them, and you grow with, they grow with you, and equally you grow with them. So it's a combination.
Secondly, adapting. Take buddies as an example. The food business turned out to be way harder than Kazi expected. Costs were high and profits were low, and mistakes were made, like spending too much on branding and setting the wrong prices. Fix this, we cut costs, change strategies, and focused on better money management.
Because of that, remember I was saying it's a mistake that we made, that we spent too much money on the outfit and the decoration and everything, and giving people the high expectation. Wow, you're gonna have, I don't know, like chicken made out of gold here. But unfortunately, due to some of the mistakes that we've made and coupled with our wrong pricing strategy, it kind of backfired on us.
You got too high or too low?
It was very high. Like initially the prices were very high. And then slowly, we realized actually that all of this. So we were working on a percentage and all of that stuff. And by the way, we looked at our cost price and we added a margin on top. Now, very recently, we realized some of the suppliers are shafting us. We didn't even clock on.
Is that due to lack of experience in the industry?
Yes.
Thirdly, clarity. Kazi's been known for working closely with family. And let's be honest, working with family isn't easy. In fact, most people stay away from it. To avoid problems, Kazi and his family made clear rules. Who makes decision, how money is handled, and a commitment to avoid haram financing. This helped keep their businesses strong and aligned with their values.
We do have a framework to work from. We have a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between us brothers who are shareholders and the ones that are running the companies, where we've agreed a certain criteria. Like, for example, one of the things that we've accepted or come to terms with is we're not going to use haram financing in Sunna Musk. Till today, we don't use any of the bank loans, anything that involves riba or interest. Sex appeal, we don't really believe in sex appeal. So yes, having said all of that, there are challenges, there are disagreements, and if it's too difficult, mom steps in. Mom, she's the referee. She will say, you know what, do this.
Kazi's story proves that success isn't easy. You'll face failures, setbacks, and struggles. But if you learn from mistakes and keep going, you can still win. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what lesson from Kazi's journey inspired you the most. See you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.